This is Mardi Gras 2019. Broadcasts live from Hargrove Controls and Automation in downtown Mobile.
Oh, if you want to come down to the parade tonight, bundle up. We have, because it is crisp and a bit windy down here tonight. A little sparse on the parade route tonight as we get ready for the Infant Mystics, but it will get busier as parade time gets closer. I'm Darwin Singleton.
And I'm Tara Reeves.
Yes, I'm on NBC 15 today. We're just trying to keep warm. And, of course,
I'm Gulf Coast today.
Yes, on NBC 15. And, of course, we're on UTV 44. We did bundle up, though. I've got my AFC Mobile soccer scarf on, which, you know, you wear them to the games in the heat of summer to wave and get everybody excited about your hometown soccer team. And then I was going out the door a little while ago, and I went, you know what? That would feel really warm around my neck about right now. So thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I am flying the flag today for you.
I don't know if you can tell, but I can see my breath in front of me. That's how chilly it is. This happens once a year in Alabama during the winter, and it's happening right now.
Just once a year?
Feels like it.
Well, once during Mardi Gras. We always have that day. And tomorrow's going to be another one of those days. It's going to be crisp tomorrow. Of course, it's Mardi Gras now. Infant Mystics helping us get closer and closer to the end of the season.
I know. I can't believe it.
It's gone by very quickly, hasn't it?
It has, except for Saturday. We got to have a little bit more fun with the MOTs. Ironically, their theme was time flies when you're having fun, but then, of course, one of the dragons wanted to have a little bit more fun. Yeah, well, that's all right. It was still a lot of fun. Shelby, Dan, they did an incredible job with 95 KSJ. We had to tiptoe around, do a little tap dancing, and we got to hear a lot more music. And then we got to hear from Fairhope Brewing.
Because sometimes, you know, the parades, we're at their mercy. So sometimes if you say, well, I wonder why it's taking so long for them to show all the parade. Well, we can't show it until it gets here. But tonight, it could be a little bit later. You know, so we're starting at 7:30. It's a different parade route. We're actually... Usually we're close to the beginning of the route, but this time we're on the end of the route. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to see a beautiful parade, because you will. It's just that Route F ends here instead of begins. So that's the plan.
This is live TV at its finest. But I'm really excited because we get to see two parades tonight, and that's always a special thing, especially, you know, in all honesty, it is cold, but the weather has cooperated for the most part, except for the Mystic Stripers. But that was a little bit fun in its own way. Yeah, tell
that to all of our staff who had to go around trying to dry all the equipment off. It was monsoon season.
It was,
So we have seen...
There's always one of those days, too.
We have seen temperatures in the 70s. We've seen monsoon-like rains. We are now seeing, you know, it's in the probably 40s right now. We're seeing winter now. Yes,
we're seeing winter.
But it's the wind, I think.
You can see. I don't know if you can really see some of our decor
moving around here. But now earlier I was doing some reports on NBC 15 News at 5 and 6, and the bunting was just really whipping around. So it's died down a little bit. I think it was supposed to be 10 to 12 mile per hour winds, but I think it's dropped a little bit now. So if you want to come on down, there's still time to get here.
There is.
It's not going to be a huge crowd. It doesn't look like, because of the cooler temperatures and people getting ready for tomorrow. But you could get down here and enjoy the parade and not have to find a lot of people, or you could just stay home and sip a nice beverage, warm beverage, and watch it. Okay, let's talk about what we've got coming up tonight. Well, first of all, let's talk about where we've been and where we're going. Of course, do you remember the Order of Polka Dots that kicked it all off?
Yeah.
That was a good parade. That was a good night.
It was a lot of fun. And I actually have a friend who's in that organization, that crew.
Well, you tell them they did a great job.
Yeah, I will.
Order of Inca as well, and Order of Venus and Many Faces. We've seen those parades go by. Lachey's and Mystic Stripers as well, and that was when the skies opened up.
Yes, and it was very interesting. Add a little different dynamic to our broadcasts. Then on the first, we had the crew of Columbus, and then on Saturday with Dane and Shelby, as I was mentioning, the MOTs took their time when time flies when you're having fun. And then tonight, we get another 2-for-1 with the Infant Mystics and Order of Doves. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to have our coverage on NBC 15 for Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras at its finest.
4 hours of it, yeah. We'll be going on all day over on Channel 15, over NBC 15. And then you can come back to us for the Mamga Parade, which rolls in the early afternoon. I think it's 2-ish, 3, something like that. When it gets here.
Yeah, it gets here when it gets here.
Yeah, that's right. Starts here at 2. We were told it starts at 2, gets here about 3:30. It's a long route.
It is.
So it takes a while. It starts about 2. but it takes about an hour and a half to get here. And the funny thing is, some people don't make it all the way to the end of the parade route. So
they dip out.
We see what comes by. Yeah. It's always a surprise to us. Let's talk about what we also have tonight, because we have special guests tonight.
We do. So I'm going to be talking to food and music, but before we talk about that, we're talking about the parade in general. Turn the page, which I literally just did. That's the theme for the Infant Mystics.
The theme.
Yeah, the Order of Doves, they're kind of keeping us questioning. We're excited about them.
So we'll see what theirs is when it gets here. But Infant Mystics, they've been around since, for 151 years they've been
Can
parading.
You believe it?
Which was back in 18...
Yeah.
No, it's actually here on a piece of paper, and I'll find it in a moment.
1869.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
that's a long time ago. So
Isn't
as you
that
get
crazy?
closer to Fat Tuesday, these groups are older.
Yeah.
And also, Turn the Page is all about stories.
Did you have a favorite story growing up, Darwin?
My mother read The Little Red Caboose to me so many times when I was a child. I had parts of it memorized, but not long before she died, she actually found a copy of it and had it on the Christmas tree. So it's kind of, it was kind of a cool thing. So everybody has that special little story or book, and you literally turn the page.
You do.
So we're going to be seeing that tonight as well. What about you?
Yeah, so actually Dr. Seuss, who celebrated a birthday this past weekend, March 2nd, I loved Fox and Socks, mainly because, like yours, it was very sentimental to me when I first started reading. That was very challenging with all the tongue twisters that are in there. And it's one of the first books that I ever read to my younger brother, Golden.
Cool.
Who was also born on March 2nd. Yeah.
Well, everybody's got their own favorite book, and you probably see one of yours as they pass by tonight with the Infant Mystics, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but we want to talk about our sponsors, too.
Yeah, we do.
They've been with us since the weather was warm.
Yes, and then rainy.
And now
chillery.
Cold, chillery.
Chillery.
It is really,
chillery.
But we talk about it. If you bundle up, you're okay. You've bundled up.
Yeah, I have. So if you do decide to still come to the parade, you have to stand underneath us. We're at Hargrove Controls and Automation on their incredible balcony, but not every crew member can make it all the way up. But they didn't all play football in high school, and so you'll be getting a lot of the leftover and excess stuff underneath the balcony.
Yeah, this is a good place to stand during parades. You will catch a lot of stuff that doesn't make it quite up to us. Also, Navigator Credit Union has 4 locations in Mobile and Baldwin County. Once again, I can't say enough about them. They're very community-minded, very conscious of where they are and the people they serve, and that is you. So I hope you get a chance to stop by. And once again, if you do, say thank you so much for supporting UTV 44's Mardi Gras broadcast.
And then last but not least, the boot store, which I wasn't able to mention on Saturday because we know that Shelby is great friends with the people at the boot store. Old boots repaired, new boots, or no boots, just accessories, T-shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whatever you want.
What kind of T-shirts they have?
Dream. They have
really cool stuff.
Well, they have like decorative. I don't want to say like decorative, but like casual cutesy shirts and tops, and then they have your like funny, casual cutesy. It depends. Anything that would be appropriate to wear to a Mardi Gras parade.
That's it. Well, that is it.
Yeah.
Casual cutesy.
Yeah, casual cutesy.
Okay, well, check them out. I think you'll enjoy what they've got there, and I need to go by and see them, too.
Yes.
So I'll know what you're talking about.
That casual cutesy look.
Yeah. Oh, we've also got some delicious food standing by.
That's
and some musicians that are going to play for us. We'll talk about them when we come back in just a moment. But until then, we're going to take a little break there, and then we'll be back to talk about the Infant Mystics. And I guess you're going over to the entertainment balcony.
I am, with Multi and Funk.
And we're
Stay with us.
And we're going to be talking about the Carnival Museum here in Mobile as well. A lot of stuff coming up. Don't go away. You're watching UTV 44 and Mardi Gras 2019. We are back on the broadcast balcony here at Hargrove Controls and Automation across from Government Plaza, which is an amazing location for covered parades. And want to welcome Cart Blackwell. He's with the Mobile Carnival Museum. And Cart, glad to have you with us.
Glad to be with you, Darwin, this pretty evening.
It is pretty, isn't it? It's a clear day. It's nice, and the parade is going to be well, it's going to be here in a little while. Actually, this is a different route. The parade is going to kind of end here. Usually kind of starts on this end. So we have plenty of time to talk.
we
and,
do.
And I was at your fine establishment the other day, the Carnival Museum.
Glad to have you by. You're always welcome.
It was a delight. I always love to go in there because I see things that I haven't seen, and you guys have been really trying to bring in some new artifacts, haven't you?
We have. The museum has 14 galleries, 10 of which have changed over the past 9 months. And we try to tell the whole story of Mardi Gras. It's an economic engine, an art form, of course a good time, but as we all know in Mobile, it's a good time family affair. So we try to tell that.
And it is, and there's a story, the story that I did recently when I went in there, if you want to take a look at it, just go into our website, mynbc15.com, and you'll find our Carnival section, our Mardi Gras section, and all the stories that I do for Mardi Gras are on there, so, and that one is too, so I want you to take a look at it. I think if somebody has not been there, and believe it or not, there's some people in Mobile who've not been.
Shame.
I know it is because it's part of our history. Let's kind of walk through. When you go in, you actually have a video presentation.
That we do. The museum is 5 parts. You walk into a museum shop that's run by Tooney's Mardi Gras World.
Which, by the way, I think is where my tie came from. Thank you, Terry Ankerson.
Yeah, Sartorial Splendor.
Yeah, and it is that the name of it? Let's call it that. I thought it is. No, I just thought that sounded like the name of it, but it is splendorous, splendacious. But you have a lot of things there that are a little bit higher quality. And I noticed that you go in there and there's some really nice.
You enter in the museum shop, then you see a wonderful educational video that gives you an invitation year-round to some of the grandest parties that happen in the whole of the South right here, and then 14 galleries that speak to the street parade side of Mardi Gras that is going to be great tonight. Dimes never disappoint, and the court and the royal side. So we give both glimpses into those wonderful worlds.
I said in the story that it's probably more crowns and robes and trains and scepters in that building than there are in probably any place in Europe in one spot. I mean,
we have the world's largest collection of court trains, 79 in number, all locally designed and made, and they're not only works of art, regional haute couture, but in some cases engineering. They weigh up to 80 pounds in some instances.
Holy
so to
cow.
design them for the person, it's great.
No, I was talking to some of the designers over the years because I've done so many stories.
Mobile's got some good ones.
They do, and they do crazy things to make the trains more easily to use and navigate. Like, for instance, they put ball bearings in the train so they'll roll on the floor.
Ball bearings and other ingredients that make it where they work for the person and make a wonderful show for those watching them.
And it's stunning, and some of them are just the intricate artwork and stitching. And well, if you haven't seen them, you need to go see them because they're a beautiful display at the museum. Also,
occupations that only exist in our city.
That's true, and they're art forms that I hope we're not losing. I hope young people. You know what we need? We need something at, I don't know, maybe USA or one of the schools that teaches the crafts of Mardi Gras.
The traditional crafts that have animated our city and its architecture, its art. I'm with you.
Yeah. Hey,
we do have some young designers.
Let's make that happen.
Julia Gurifobes is in my age, her mid-30s. I mean, phenomenal designer. But you have more seasoned veterans such as Ron Barrett.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wonderful media darlings such as Miss Pat Richardson. We've got some great folks.
Mm-hmm. And they've been at it a while, and they know what they're doing. And you're right. It's something that you won't see anywhere else. Even New Orleans sometimes cast an eye over here to see what we're doing because we do.
As they should. We started it.
Absolutely. Now, you also have some new things in the museum. There's one behind the float when you come in where you have actually shown the progression of design to the final product.
This is our newest installation, and it's really fantastic. It gives you the glimpse of the art and the design of Carnival. You see float designs that are done right after a parade ends, the design process begins. You have conceptual sketches paired with photographs as the floats hit the street. And this is the Mystic Stripers from 2018. And it was a history of Mardi Gras. The title was Hidden Ancestors. And it starts with the settlement of Mobile on through the founding of recent organizations.
What year was
stellar.
that?
I mean, the settlement of Mobile in 1702, 1703, all the way to the present.
See,
it's a history.
And Mardi Gras came along not long after that, right?
It is the one common denominator in our history. There was always a pre-Lenten celebration, but we know in the 1830s that the first mystic society in this country, the Cowbellian Dorakans, combined a parade like what we're going to see this evening with a ball. Those two ingredients that inform every mystic society to this day.
Got a chance to meet some of Michael Kraft's, I guess, offspring. Some of his.
Fascinating.
Yeah, they were here the other day, and it was a great time. They were rode in the Bayport Parading Society's parade on their own flow, so it was really good. Oh, listen, we're going to have to run because we got some more things we want to do before the parade gets here. But if somebody wants to go to the museum, what are the hours? I know that you're closed some days, and you're...
The museum is open from 9 to 4, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. And 14 galleries that tell the story of Mobile's greatest living traditions. We have 4 special exhibits open now. 2 are series. One is looking at the artists, the designers, traditions like food and music, and another series that is looking at all of our mystic societies. So we are always adding variety to the usual grand show.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Cart. Always a pleasure. And
good to see you.
If you need anything, get in touch with us, and we'll help you out. We love our museum here. Thank you very much.
Sir.
All right, now we also love our food and entertainers, and Taryn is over there on the other balcony with that, so stay tuned.
I sure am, Darwin. You know, you and I were talking about being chilly. Imagine these band members about to play guitar for us. I'm joined now with Multi and Funk, Philip, Multi, Wiggum. Now, Philip, you guys have an interesting name, interesting backstory. How did you guys come to form the group and call it Multi and Funk?
Well, pretty much we started about in 2016. We came with the name Multi and Funk Band because everybody in the band pretty much plays pretty much everything in the band. Everything. He play bass, I play guitar. Keyboard player play drums. The drummer play guitar. We pretty much multi-talented, you know.
Yes. Multi, I love it. And you guys are coming out with some new music. Philip, where can we listen to that?
You can check out our Facebook on Facebook, Multi and Funk Band, and listen to our tunes. We have originals coming out soon on CD, and, you know, pretty much you can hear us on Facebook right now.
Okay. And before I let you play, real briefly, where can we hear you if we want to go somewhere and listen to you guys in person?
If you want to hear us in person, you can pretty much catch us every other Friday night at Kazula's on Dolphin Street. I'm not sure y'all familiar with that. Kazula's, Multi and Funk Band every other Friday, along with On the Rocks Band.
Okay. All right, Philip, Multi and Funk, you guys take it away.
Funky and Funk entertaining us tonight. Give me a little something to bounce to with the cold weather. Makes it feel a little bit warmer up here on the broadcast balcony. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to be talking with Joshua Holland. He is Director of Marketing and Design with Hargrove and the Explorium. The Explorium joining with Hargrove to bring Genghis Khan here. We're going to be talking about that. It's another great attraction in downtown Mobile right now. And Tara, you got some food waiting for us over there.
I sure do. It may be cold outside, but this food is hot and delicious. I'm joined now with Shelly from Cotton State Barbecue. Don't go anywhere because when we get back, we're diving into some of these ribs. Welcome back to our coverage of the Infant Mystics and the Order of Doves before the parade starts rolling. My stomach is rolling because I want all of this food. It smells amazing, especially with the wind just blowing it right into my nose. I'm joined now with Shelly of Cotton State Barbecue and, of course, Mardi Gras, birthplace, Mobile, Alabama. So it only seems fitting that you guys would throw your own party for Fat Tuesday at Cotton State Barbecue. Shelly, what are you guys offering for us tomorrow?
Well, I want to touch on, we are doing a special Mardi Gras menu tomorrow. To start with, we're doing a brisket king burger, a king cake burger. We're also doing smoked chicken wings and smoked dry rub baby back ribs.
Yes, and I'm really interested in the king cake burger. So I love king cake and I love barbecue. Never would think to put them together with, of course, the baby Jesus inside. So what all goes into that in terms of ingredients?
All right, well, we start with a slice of a king cake. We toast it with a cinnamon butter, pile it high with our soon-to-be famous, or possibly already famous, melt-in-your-mouth brisket, and then we serve it with sauce on the side.
And you guys have some of the best barbecue in all of Mobile, and you guys make your own sauce. What does that taste like?
We do make our own sauce. It's obviously it's a very secret mixture of sweet. We mix a sweet sauce with a spicy sauce. Mm-hmm. We've won several awards for it. We serve all of our barbecue. We feel like our meat speaks for itself, but our sauce is a nice thing to put on the side.
Yes, it'll keep you coming back for more. And I always say the more sauce, the better, Shelly. And then we mentioned your menu for tomorrow for Fat Tuesday. Right. Where are you guys located? Because I love the idea. We can go get a snack, maybe one of these chicken salad sandwiches, sliders, get a couple of moon pies, and then come back for round 2 at Cotton State. Where are you guys at?
Well, we're located on the corner of St. Michael and Conception, just diagonal from Bienville Square. Mm-hmm. We'll be open at 11 a.m. until last year we actually ran out of everything, so I think we closed the doors around 3:30.
That tells you how good everything that they make is. So now let's break down everything that you guys brought. Let's start with the chicken salad, which is one of my favorite things to order.
Chicken salad. Now what we do with the chicken salad, we use our smoked chicken, which, believe it or not, makes a huge difference in the flavor. It's a traditional chicken salad with the smoked chicken. However, we add red grapes and pecans, so it gives it a little bit of sweet.
Love pecans.
One of our more popular items on the menu. This is our slaw, which is a half mayo, half vinegar base, with a hint of pepper and a hint of onion. It's all of our slaw is made fresh to order, so it's nice and crisp and fresh.
I love that. So no soggy slaw. That's that's a no-no for me. Okay, and then of course the ribs.
And then we have our dry rub baby back ribs. We do sell these the last Friday of every month. We pre-sell them, and we generally sell out the day of the prior month, the last day of the prior month.
Wow.
So you got to get in when you fit where you fit in with as far as that goes. Now our brisket potato is one of our most popular items on the menu. It's doused in butter, topped with cheese, piled high with your choice of pork, chicken, or brisket. And we serve it with jalapenos, sour cream, and butter and barbecue on the side.
I love it. Okay, and I mentioned before how we get a slider, we go get a couple of moon pies, and then we come back, which is perfect because we can put a moon pie inside of your pudding.
Absolutely. Then you want to come back for our moondrop banana pudding. This is an old family recipe. I think it was originally from his great-grandmother, and his sweet mother, Miss Marcia, makes it from scratch and sends it in fresh every day.
I love it. Okay, and then lastly, really briefly, let's talk about catering and private party booking at Cotton State?
Okay, basically what we do is we're normally only open from 11 to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So our whole restaurant is available for private party booking, and we will prepare any catering menus upon a call and request.
Okay, thank you so much, Shelly. We're going to start digging into this. Darwin, I'm going to send it back over to you so I don't have a face full of food.
Oh, that potato. Oh, my gosh, that looked fantastic. All right, I'm very envious. This person next to me has way more facial hair than I do, so that means your chin's a lot warmer.
Yes, absolutely.
This is Joshua Holland, and he is now you're Director of Marketing Design at the Explorium,
That's
correct?
I've been there for about 6 years now.
That long?
Yep. Seems like yesterday, but it's been a while. So.
Okay, yeah, and so we were just talking earlier, all the blockbuster shows that used to come to the Explorium and still did on and off, but now it looks like you're getting back in that groove again.
Yeah, we're making our foray back into the blockbuster exhibits with this Genghis Khan exhibition, and we're super excited about it. Hargrove's partnered with us along with a lot of other generous sponsors, so it's big time for us.
Hargrove's very excited about it. I was talking to one of their executives the other day, and they are really they're psyched up about it. So what makes it so great?
Well, a lot of exhibitions we've had in the past, I'd say 4 or 5 years, have been a lot smaller scale. They're not the very grand exhibitions that we're known for historically. You know, this is a massive, filling up the entire gallery type of exhibition, and before that they're a lot smaller and a lot more kid-based too, which is something we're also known for.
Sure,
but this is history, this is artifacts, this is
literally taking
massive.
you to a different part of the world.
Absolutely.
It's experiencing a whole different culture that was very influential in the world.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's responsible for things like everything from pants to passports to even ground beef and things like that we
really
don't even think of these days.
Wait, so, okay, now you're getting on a different level than I thought of, because, you know, when you think Genghis Khan, you think of China, you think of a warlord, so to speak.
Yeah, and that's typically what he's known for, and that's definitely was the case to a certain degree. We're showing a different side.
A civilized side.
The civilized, yeah. The Great Civilizer is the subtitle of the exhibit, so it talks about how some of the more positive things that he did to unify that part of the world, and really that, you know, entire half of the world to a certain degree. So that's really what the main focus is.
One of the things that Hargrove is very proud of is the fact that they are helping infuse actual cultural demonstrations and entertainment into this exhibit.
So we've got several live performers that perform 7 days a week, several times a day. They do dance, music, things like that. So that's definitely a huge part for us, and that harkens back to the days of our old exhibition era too.
Tell me real quickly before we wrap here, when can we see it? What are the hours? How do we get tickets? All that good stuff.
7 days a week we're open now, just for this exhibition. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, Sundays 12 to 5. You can find everything on our website or social media. Everything's on there. We're always posting on there. Tickets, same thing. You can call, book a group trip, field trip, or you can, like I said, hop on the website and find everything there.
Okay, and get a sample of what you'll see there as well.
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
And thank you, Hargrove, for joining. Yeah, yes. Yeah, because these aren't possible unless you get corporate sponsors.
Yes,
and so Hargrove is one of them, and we are, of course, we love Hargrove because we're standing on their balcony.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Joshua, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead and toss it back to Tara.
Thank you so much, Darwin. Of course, the Infant Mystics and the Order of Doves loved multi and funk so much they wanted to hear an encore. And Philip, as someone who grew up along the Gulf Coast, what would you say your favorite part of Mardi Gras is?
Oh man, I love the people. I love the music. I love the out of towners, how they just come here and just and drop Mardi Gras. And one thing I love is those banana moon pies.
Same. All right, let's listen to you guys again.
Multi and Funk bringing us into parade time here as the Infant Mystics, one of two parades tonight. Order of Doves coming up in just a moment. Yes, and everyone's going to be stepping lively tonight because of the cool weather. I imagine that a lot of people who aren't here tonight are watching on TV tonight in the warmth and comfort of their home. Welcome to our parade coverage, and if you're a first-timer, Hillcrest Evergreen High School Marching Band going by us right now. If you're a first-timer, hey, make it a habit every Mardi Gras to catch us on UTV 44.
Yeah, they're turning the page from being at the parade to now watching us during the parade coverage.
I can see this at home with a nice warm beverage or
Yes.
and settled in, watch the parade. And the IMs going by now. They have been around since 1874. They formed in 1869, but the Black Cat has represented the Infant Mystics, signifying all things inscrutable of mystery and secrecy. It's perched upon a cotton bale, which is representative of cotton sampling, of popular profession in the years the Infant Mystics were formed. And they've got, you see how white cats and
I know.
black cats dancing around.
The white cat's hat is underneath the larger black cat.
Hey, did you know this? I did not know this. In 1874, the IMs used a calcium light. It was a headlight from the Mobile and Ohio Railroad, one of the locomotives, to light up the floats.
Oh, wow.
They use railroad calcium lights. I don't even know how that works, but they brought light to the parade route. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. You know what else they brought to the parade route?
This weather. This cold, cold weather.
Oh, well, you already mentioned our first band. Allegedly, the Infant Mystics were the first crew to begin the tradition of using bands in Mardi Gras parades.
And this band has been around not quite as long as the Infant Mystics. Excelsior Band, always one of our favorite entertainers in the parades. They're here for just about every parade, I think.
Yeah. A little bit chillier tonight.
Yes,
for
they are.
The Excelsior Band.
Infant Mystics with their theme. It's called Turn the Page. And Infant Mystics now, you got to remember, Turn the Page is all about books. They're turning pages in classics tonight, and we're going to be bringing you those floats. There are, see how many floats we have tonight. I had it up there. The pages.
Turn the page so that you can know, Darwin.
Let me tell you, here's the deal. I think we have at least 11 floats, and then the second crew that comes along, the Mystic Doves, are going to be in their own little parade right afterwards. And the thing about these floats is that you're going to see some local authors, or at least one, as well as some classics from around the world.
Oh, no.
They're throwing peanuts. Very traditional. Way! All right. Yeah, you know what? I think it's not so much the temperature. We just got a breeze blowing tonight.
It's the wind. You're not kidding. You know what I've always wondered? Of course, this float with the elephant, we have some of the other crews that have tigers. If you're an Auburn fan, do you opt out of riding on this first float here in the elephant? Can you do that? Is it criminal?
Crew comes before allegiance to college.
Okay.
Yes. And this is Mobile, you must remember.
See, and I do wonder if an Auburn fan maybe decorated this float, because if you pay close attention, the eyes are actually orange.
Must you make everything confrontational? Is everything a competition to you?
I'm just wondering. I'm in inquisitive minds, Darwin.
You've been on the parade route too long, my dear.
You know, Vania would appreciate that because he is an Auburn fan, our cameraman there. Bless their hearts. They
bless their hearts. See, now, okay, I've said this many times. I went to the University of Kentucky, so I came down here, and everybody said, no, who are you for? And I'd tell them, well, I went to Kentucky. They said, oh, that's nice.
Come basketball season.
And then
see, now
they say
March
that.
Madness.
And then
we
they
need
say
you.
that, too. But
you and John
Alabama's
Calipari. Speaking of, DeMarcus Cousins, a former Kentucky Wildcat.
Yes.
He did great things while he was there for just 1 year, but now he's with the Golden State Warriors, who are pretty much dominating the NBA right now.
Pretty well, isn't he?
Yeah. Multi-millionaire. Multi and funk, multi-millionaire. Got a lot of multis tonight.
A lot of multis.
Man, time flies when you're having fun.
Okay. Yeah, that was, okay, now you got rained on again the other night, didn't you, with the MOTs?
It was just a little bit of a sprinkle, not much, you know, especially under Hargrove Controls and Automation's balcony. We didn't have anything to really complain about. We were sheltered from the storm.
And you know, you're lucky, too, because while all that was going on up north of here, and we want to think about those poor folks up in Lee County, Alabama today.
Yes.
My gosh. They're still picking up the pieces and worried about who made it and who didn't. And so, yeah, we had some rough weather down here and nothing. I mean, you know, we're counting our lucky stars today and thankful that we can still have a parade in Mobile, which is, you know, it's important, but not nearly as important as being safe and secure. So our thoughts are with them tonight.
Yes.
A little more about the IMs. They introduced the idea of a grand march to Mobile Carnival at their ball. A lot of times they do a grand march at the ball. It's when everybody, all the riders come out and they march. Also in 1965, they introduced the doubloon to Mobile, something that Rex in New Orleans is already doing. You hear the doubloons hitting the ground right now, that clanging noise?
Yes.
Those are doubloons. Not everybody throws doubloons anymore, but
I know.
It's still a tradition.
I like them.
They don't spend anywhere. I mean, if you try to put them in a slot machine or a
maybe in a Monopoly.
Maybe.
You can get something for them in a Monopoly
Maybe.
game.
And I'm not even sure there. But but they're neat. People collect them, and they usually are different every year to commemorate the new. Sometimes it's a new king or the new queen. It's the theme sometimes.
Yeah.
I had a Here's Darwin one. I did.
No
yeah.
way. You'll have to bring it back.
I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is. If you got one, they're worth thousands.
Yes. I'm sure they are.
To somebody.
They're a rare find.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure they are.
They sure are. I don't have one. I need one.
To do what with?
To look at.
Yes. Yes.
To think of Darwin.
Yes, yes. A memento.
Here's Darwin.
Like I'm not around enough.
No, we love Darwin, and if you are tuning in with us for the first time tonight, Darwin is Mr. Mobile Mardi Gras. So much so, they even tried and steal him away to New Orleans. He actually had a lot of fun emceeing a ball.
I emceed a ball in New Orleans this weekend, and I came back, so I did survive.
You survived, and we're happy to have you back. So what's it like emceeing a ball, being a part of a Mardi Gras ball, and I'm assuming, of course, you've been to Mardi Gras balls in Mobile.
Yeah, I'm proud of when I go to another city, especially New Orleans, I like to brag. You brag to a point of where you're not obnoxious. You know, you don't want to get too obnoxious because they are aware of our Mardi Gras tradition finally.
Yes.
But we aired a story with Steve Muscle, who built the floats, by the way, in this parade. He designed the floats you're about to see, which we're stopped here. I don't know why. We're stalled. And so
we're tap dancing.
When the parade
this is live
stops,
TV, ladies and gentlemen.
We continue, yeah. So, but Steve Muscle, who built these or designed these floats, and his company, Mirth Company, built them for a lot of the crews here in Mobile, including this one. He says that the float barns where he builds them are down near the waterfront, and there's people from other parts of the country that are down there. You know, they come in for business and so forth, and they'll walk by the float barn if the doors are open and say, how do you all get them all the way to New Orleans?
That's funny.
And he says, oh, no.
No.
You stick around for February and March, you'll understand.
So, interesting fact, last Tuesday on Gulf Coast Today, we do Movie Monday, Trivia Tuesday, and so last week, our Trivia Tuesday question was, of course, we know Mobile is the birthplace of Mardi Gras, but when did it start Mardi Gras? It was in 1703, and it was actually when Mobile was the capital of Louisiana.
That's right.
You know, you forget Louisiana was like 10 times the size that it is now.
Yeah, and we were part of it. Well, they were part of us.
That's true.
Yeah. So
yes.
that's why the culture and community is spread all the way from Pensacola to Baton Rouge. You know, there's a lot we have in common. We all celebrate Mardi Gras, and this seems to be the thread that holds us together. We take a lot of pride in it. It's a little competitive,
right?
But we all like to show off once a year for the rest of the world. We want to thank our sponsors too. Can we do that right now?
We sure can.
This is a good time to remember them because we don't have
time.
We don't have that many more parades to talk about our sponsors.
I know.
Navigator Credit Union, 5 branches in Mobile and Baldwin County. They stepped up and sponsored our parade coverage, and you need to say thank you when you go in and see them.
And same with the people at the boot store, whether you're in Mobile or on the Eastern Shore. They have locations on both sides of the bay, and they offer a wide variety. Darwin and I were talking about the different T-shirts, the dressy, casual type T-shirts that you can get from there.
And they probably have some nice warm socks that go in your boots.
Yes, they probably have some boot warmers, which sound good right about now in this windy downtown Mobile Monday Mardi Gras night.
You know, I'm wondering, the way that this parade snakes around, has it met its end, and that's what we're paused for while the rest of the parade clears up there? Because it makes a turn in loops. So I don't know. We're kind of wondering why the parade has stopped. There's someone in short sleeves. He's insane.
Bless his heart. Oh, there are a couple of them. Man, I'm wondering if they're going to run out of throws.
Well, we're near the end here. I think they're getting a little less frivolous with them. You know, if you've ever ridden in a parade, it's kind of weird. You try to time it out.
Yes.
And
that would be hard.
You're either at the end throwing a couple of things every now and then, or you are throwing stuff, everything you got, because you miscalculated. So you try to time it just right.
And with the Mystic Stripers, do you remember people just throwing bagfuls of footballs because of the rain, and they were trying to hit all the people, the parade goers that were underneath the balcony right across from us.
Yeah, I do remember that.
All right, Darwin, do you have any hidden talents?
Let's see.
That are on-air appropriate.
I was trying to think of, too bad I don't have a kazoo or something.
Listen, you weren't here, but no, you were here. It was on Friday. The guy had all of those harmonicas with Delta Smoke.
Yes,
said he had
really
close
good.
to 100.
They were really good. I saw that suitcase full of harmonicas. I was trying to figure out what that was all about, and then he can play them too.
He sure could.
And they play at Brickyard on Sunday evening, so you want to check them out. Multi and fun tonight, really good. Just kind of the mood I was in, some kind of laid back, getting ready for tomorrow. Oh, by the way, tomorrow morning we're going to start our coverage. I think it starts at 10 o'clock on NBC 15. It goes for 4 hours. Toomey's has us all dressed up in costumes again. Thank you so much, Stephen Toomey, and your whole crew at the store. You know, they are some of the nicest folks. We go in there, you know, they're in the business of happy, and they live it. And you go in their store, and the people are there to help you, make you happy, and they always dress us up for Mardi Gras. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow on NBC 15. I got to give a shout out to Teresa Tarlington, who once again did hats for me this year. I haven't worn a couple of them. I've saved the big one for tomorrow. and I also had a mystery gift of a couple. We wore them the other night, our Green King and the Feather outfit. So, and I have so many wonderful friends, Mardi Gras friends, that always help me bring the fun and festivity to you in a style I have grown accustomed to.
And speaking of, have you shown off that rock that you're wearing on your right hand?
Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, my friends at Dynasty Collection. Oh, hang on a second. The parade is at a standstill because the end of the parade is still coming around Government Street. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay, the parade has run into itself, so we're waiting for it to clear at the other end, and we can see it turning down there onto Jackson. So that's what's happening, and it goes around Church, I believe, and it makes its way around here. So we're kind of waiting for that to happen. Yeah, my friends at Dynasty Collection, Mr. Tommy, he said, now, when you're holding that microphone, Darwin, you need some bling on your finger. And so he did this really cool bling for me. Yeah.
He's trying to compete with Lady Gaga and that Tiffany diamond that she wore to the Oscars.
That is so, you know, I mean, it's just over the top. Really? I mean, come on.
Darwin, watch out.
Dress down a little bit. Try to make me look bad. So yeah, all my Mardi Gras friends, Oh. She can catch. See, they're getting bored now. They're starting to throw footballs too. You could really rank up here.
I know.
We've got enough. We've got enough foam now to fill the world's biggest sectional sofa. You know, who can seat 1,000? Oh, and Taryn, I've had a blast with you up here. I've had a blast with you up here on the. I still call you Taryn. It's Tara, but I've had a blast with you up here on the broadcast balcony because we really have a good time up here. I mean,
we do have fun.
We're not forced to get along. We really have a great time.
Yeah, we do. And on top of that, of course, the entire crew who has been here with us when we were sweating, when we were soaking wet, and now we're so chilly. Chris, our audio guy, was over there. His little hands were not little hands, but they were freezing cold. And same with Vanya and Ed, our cameramen, who they actually do a good job of blocking some of the footballs. It could be worse.
Yeah.
We could be taking a lot more. Then Alyssa and Jeremiah have both, listen, they have to be on the street with the camera on their shoulder. It's heavier than you think. And then Kristen rocking and rolling, and her headphones don't even work half the time, so she can't even hear. She's setting up the food, setting up the lights. It's crazy. And then Jared in the truck. And then we've had Ray, and we've also had Basha in the truck. Oh, hey, Alyssa. She just had her engagement pictures done this past weekend. Well. Stunning. She's going to be, well, she's already taken, but officially changing her last name in less than a year to one of our producers, Thomas, at NBC 15.
That's right. So we're going to have to hang on to that couple.
Yes.
Making sure they're happy and harmonious. We don't want to lose anybody.
Alyssa and Thomas are out here trying to catch moon pies for their reception when they do get married.
Well, you got to cut corners where you can.
I know.
So there's Ed with the same. You know, now you see we're stalling now. Oh, look, the braid's moving now.
Oh, yay!
Oh, so those are Ed's safety glasses. I wonder whose those were. I was going to scarf them, but I didn't because I thought, well, that would be right.
We need some more Frisbees, don't we, Darwin? We were using those as shields on Friday.
Yeah, I might use them as plates tomorrow. Oh, we're rolling again. Turn the page. Let's turn the page.
Yes,
so we can see what's next.
Turn the page. Laissez-les montagne roulette. It's finally rolling again.
Yes. What's the French word for finally? I don't know. Someone out there screaming it at their TV right now. I can't hear you.
Wow. The mounted police.
With their masks on.
I don't blame them. That
Jeez.
wind, yeah. You know, we needed that when we went four-wheel riding in out west. It was very dusty. I realized why people wore bandanas when horseback riding.
The Park Crossing High School band, I believe, is what's next. We're thinking it's Park Crossing High School, but we're not sure. We're looking. Sometimes it matches up, sometimes it doesn't, but we're taking a look here. What's that say on their shirts there?
Park
Crossing. It is Park Crossing High School. And you're all saying, Park Crossing High School. Where is Park Crossing High School? I'm going to try to Google it right now and see while we're... because now I'm curious.
And the floodgates are open. Here we go. Hammer time.
Oh, yeah. All right. This is the anniversary float, 151st, and they are let
so many things. Wow, that was fun. 151st anniversary.
Row House Band, they still got it going. And now, now, they can really move and keep warm. Let's go. Go Ryder. Blow House Band. I'm the Blowhard. Blow House Band. A bunch of guys that got together and said, let's start a band and have some fun. And they did.
And I'm happy that they did. You know, they were at Fairhope Brewing. We talked with Brian about 17 times on Saturday, and he let us know that during one of the interviews.
Yeah,
said they did a great job. Yes.
By the way, Park Crossing High is in Montgomery. I just had to find out. It was bugging me.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
All right,
Our
that's
first float with the theme Turn the Page. And this is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, one of the great adventure classics about a truly fantastic voyage with Captain Nemo from the lost city of Atlantis to the South Pole. Feels like the South Pole out here tonight. Darwin, thank you.
I was trying to get...
It just hit me right on the noggin. It's all right.
Oh, good. I thought you
I wasn't using that anyways. This is BC Rain High School, home of the Red Raiders.
A very close connection with our aerospace industry. Now they have their own facility down there to train and get students involved in the aerospace industry that we're nurturing here in Mobile with Airbus and so many others out of Brooklyn. And they're getting into the trade early. They're getting a taste of it. So that's really a great opportunity for kids down on the DIP to really get in on the ground floor.
Wow. That's amazing.
Infant Mystics, soon to be followed by the Mystic Group Doves. Order of Doves. I want to call them Mystic Doves. Order of Doves. They're going to be the second parade tonight. We've got about 14 floats with the Infant Mystics, and then we'll, I think we usually have about 5 or 6 with the Doves. So it usually makes for a very good parade for when you put them all together. Last of the Mohicans. This is a brand new float here. The wild rush of action in this classic frontier adventure story as written by James Fenimore Cooper.
I read this. Oh, it hurts my hands to catch it. I don't even want to catch the beads. I think my hands, they're shocked.
I know.
They're in pain.
I'm afraid they'll just shatter.
Oh my goodness. I think I broke a finger. Oh man. It's fun though.
Crowds picked up here. Yeah, I mean, finally. I think they came across from Church Street, and also some of them were huddling inside to the parade on here. Some of the businesses.
If they were smart, they brought some foot warmers and hand warmers to this rodeo. Here's the Mobile Olympia Brass Band, another iconic band in Mobile.
With the sad, crying clown.
Yeah, he'll be happy tomorrow.
Mr. Weaver, I believe. You know, it's now that Flapper girl coming up in this next float. She's making me shiver tonight.
Yes, she actually looks like Gulf Coast Today's producer Liz, Banya's wife. She got her haircut, looks super cute recently, short blonde hair. I read The Great Gatsby when I was in high school. Did you read it, Darwin?
I watched the movie.
You watched
Robert Redford. I believe it was. Was Robert Redford in Great Gatsby? No, I think he was. Yeah, Mia Farrow, I believe. Oh, look, they just rang the lens on the camera.
Yes, they did. I'm really glad I caught that.
And The Great Gatsby, of course, F. Scott Fitzgerald's third novel of the Jazz Age.
Yes, and now we're on to Charlotte's Web.
Whoa, thank you. Little eye protection.
This was such a sad movie for a child.
Web?
Yeah.
Was it more sad than Bambi, or was it more, you know, or Old Yeller?
Kind of, because Charlotte, you know, she's a spider and she
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
It was a really good movie, though. I remember watching that. Also read the book.
One of America's top 100 most loved books by E.B. White.
Wow.
Charlotte's Web. Thank you, Infant Mystics, Mystic Infants.
Nailed it. Marching.
For giving us a little information with this. This is
BREWBAKER Middle School. Wow. I like their iridescent flags for the color guard.
Those are pretty.
And I need to borrow one of those jackets for tomorrow, Darwin. Look at that.
Yeah, that suits you. You're like me. You like shiny things.
I do.
You, me, and squirrels.
People might call it shiny thing syndrome.
Middle School? BREWBAKER Middle School, really? That's amazing. I'm looking to see where BREWBAKER Middle School is. This one, I didn't know where they were from. They're from Montgomery as well.
Darwin, I don't know if you knew this, but they were playing Baby Shark.
Ah, you picked that up.
It's very popular right now with the younger kids.
Very popular with the young people these days.
Yes, with the young people these days.
They were good for, I mean, a middle school band out marching in a parade. We don't see that very often. It's usually just the high schoolers.
What a great and the Oompa Loompas for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then they made the movie and called it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
So they did.
And then they redid it again and named it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want one of those golden tickets. Willy Wonka's famous chocolate factory is opening at last, but only 5 lucky children will be allowed inside. One, of course, is Charlie Bucket, a boy who is honest, kind, brave, and true, and good, and ready for the wildest time of his life.
The others were a little fresh, a little smart mouth. Judge Judy would have not approved.
Oh, old Judge Judy. Oh,
Marching Cougars coming up right now. I gotta hand it to these people for being out here in the cool weather. Yeah, I know it gets chilly. We're all kind of bouncing up here with them. It does make it easier if you're a little more active, right?
Yes.
Mobile's Marching Cougars. They always put on a show for us, and here they go. They know where the TV camera is. All right. And remember, we're this is kind of unusual. We're at the end of the parade route now. The parade has snaked through Mobile for more than an hour.
Wow.
And that's why we started our broadcast at 7:30 instead of 6:30, because it took us a while for the parade to get here on this route.
Yeah, so they're giving it their all right here at the end. Oh, snap. He tried. He tried.
He tried to throw you. What was he throwing?
I think it was a moon pie, but I'm pretty sure he drilled that kid in the head.
Oh, no.
Right underneath.
Oh, gosh, I hope he loves moon pies.
Oh, well, if not, he's tasting one anyways.
Our
All
next
right.
float.
Infant Mystics.
Treasure Island. This book spins a heady tale of piracy, a mysterious treasure map, and a host of sinister characters charged with diabolical intentions, seen through the eyes of Kappa Boy Jim Hawkins. Thanks for covering me while I read.
Yes, now you're on your own, Darwin.
Oh!
Oh, snap.
What was that?
I don't know, but
I think a bag of peanuts exploded on one of our lights.
It did.
I do worry at being at the end of the parade, you don't know if they've had a good ride or if they're not really happy. Are they throwing them because they want us to have nice things, or are they just like, all right, I'm at it? Oh.
That was close.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So now this is the adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Painting that white fence. What a chore that was. Man, they're doing a good job.
Mark Twain, one of his classics. Wow. Yeah, they are.
What was that voice, Darwin?
That was my I got it voice. Wow. Jackson High School Marching Band. Just up the road in Jackson, Alabama. Let's listen. Very often. I used to go up there every now and then for a story, but we know we have viewers up there, so I hope you got a chance to see your kids, because it's a proud moment when the hometown kids get on TV. We love having them.
Alice in Wonderland, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The witty book tells of the girl Alice falling through a rabbit hole in a fantasy world populated by peculiar creatures. I'll tell you what, if you've ever watched Gulf Coast Today, sometimes I go down a rabbit hole and I can't find my way out.
And then we go to commercial break.
Yes, or Kelly will assist me and pull me out of the rabbit hole.
No. She just dives in deeper.
She dives in with me, you're right. We hold hands and we jump together.
The Thelma and Louise of daytime TV.
This is Gulliver's Travels, and wow, this is the grand finale if I've ever seen one. Wow, doubloons for everyone! Doubloons for everyone! A wondrous book about four remarkable journey of ship surgeon Lemuel Gulliver. I'm so scared reading. Oh my goodness.
Hey, and you gotta give some credit to the band in the background here.
That's true.
Because the Jukebox Brass Band is going to be performing with us on NBC 15 today, tomorrow morning. They just went by. I don't know if you got a glimpse of them, but they're behind the float.
So NBC 15 today, tomorrow.
Yeah, because we're going to be, Megan Gannon and I are going to be down at Panini Pete's, and we're going to be enjoying some
So this is
beignets.
Frankenstein. You know, originally it was an anonymous writer that was credited for writing this, but it ended up being a female, Mary Shelley, and it was actually a dream hallucination that she had is how she came up with the idea of Frankenstein. We actually studied that in my mass communication class in college.
I just watched the original the other day.
Really?
And then Bride of Frankenstein, where Shelley plays a role in it. It's really cool. You got to watch it. Oh, who we got here?
This looks like Second Line Society Brass Band.
Now see, that one is new, is a fairly new band to me anyway. Second Line Society Brass Band. We have more bands in Mobile. I just love it. I love bringing the music to Mardi Gras.
Is like, really? Got you. Okay.
Oh gosh, I should not have done that. I was bouncing like he was.
Come on, Darwin, why?
Well, alrighty then. I think we got the quota now. We got our quota for the day.
We did.
Alrighty.
Teddy bear Golden Grams. I love them.
Golden Grams. Oh.
And I'll tell you what I love even more is an encore parade right after all that fun that we had with the Infant Mystics, knowing that we still have the Order of Doves
Coming up.
Ooh, darling,
Animal
some animal
crackers.
Not to be confused with cookies. Which
They're a little shattered.
They are, but I bet they taste the same.
You reckon?
I reckon they do.
All right. The Order of Doves coming through. Love that Mustang. That is, I could not read it from here. You know, I have glasses somewhere on this table. I had them.
But then you take them off.
Well,
leave them on for
because I'm
pictures,
afraid
and then you
that
take
if I leave them on, they'll get knocked off, and now I don't know where they are. I will find them in a minute. I'm sure we will. What is that?
Squeeze it. It's like a stress ball.
Oh, cool! Look at that.
I know.
All the colors come out. All right, that's going home with me. That's just I've never seen one of those. It's really interesting. It's like a ball, and it's got netting, and then when you squeeze it, all these colors pop out. It's really therapeutic. Are you eating animal crackers?
No, because you haven't opened them yet. I'm having to eat peanuts.
Are you eating?
The peanuts that shattered right in front of our eyes, shockingly. I'm hungry, so I ate a bite.
You're always hungry. You eat more than...
I'm getting in trouble. Darwin, don't rat me out. Do not rat me out. You know how it is when you eat something and then it's like that makes you even more hungry than if you would have never eaten in the first place?
No, I do not.
Well, I ate some of Cotton State's delicious barbecue, and so now I'm like starving.
Oh, that looked good, by the way.
It was very good.
Crunch, crunch. They're not bad. A little broken. Yes. Yes, our director's complaining that we're eating on the air. Yeah.
I think Jared wants to do our job next year.
Oh, just because we can eat the throws?
Elegant nights, as he was saying. in a different voice.
But you know what's hard to eat, though, is those ramens. They're so crunchy.
Yeah, you have to cook them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now you know.
Sweet. Look at that. I believe that's Ford Galaxy, I believe. Oh, my gosh.
I don't know anything
That's some
about
work
cars.
right there. Beautiful, beautiful vehicle. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe it is.
I like the wheels disappear. What's that called? You can't see them.
That's a fender skirt of some sort, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing.
I've heard of whitewash walls or white walls.
White walls, yeah.
White walls. My dad talked about that. Oh, look how much fun. Look at these girls.
If that would raise my temperature another 8 degrees, I'd probably start doing that too.
Yes.
Actually, we're complaining, but it's not too bad now
It's
that
not
we're
horrible.
into it. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really munching up here right now. It's really delicious. These animal crackers. I just can't do that. All right, here we go. Yeah. People throwing on the balcony. It's a big deal when you get it up here.
It sure
I can't go out for a pass because there's nowhere to go here where I'd be tripping over something.
Yeah. Well, you almost got clotheslined by your headset earlier.
Clothesline. Well, again, thank our sponsors. As you know, we're on UTV 44. After this parade, we have just one more. That's Mamga tomorrow night. So we really want to show some love to Navigator Credit Union. You guys, the people that I've met with this credit union are so incredibly nice. If you have a financial need, maybe you want to refinance something, a property, a vessel, you just want to buy a car and you need a good rate.
Yeah.
Check Navigator because they are really nice people. They will work with you, and credit unions are such a good deal. I just think the world of these people. They help us with our Making Spirits Bright program at Christmas. So check them out and thank them for carrying our parades this year and sponsoring them.
Yeah, and then I also understand millennials are paying a ton for avocado toast now. So they're now needing to take out loans to pay for their
avocado
toast. And they're also spending a lot.
Okay.
It is. They're also spending a lot. There's this thing called rodeo before like football season. It's a good time.
Rodeo?
You wear cut-off jean shorts and you wear boots.
Oh,
cowboy boots.
you're getting to the next sponsor.
I'm trying to get to. I'm trying.
Clever.
Listen, we have a little bit of time to waste here, Darwin. This is tap dancing.
This is investing
to the boot
time
store. Yes.
because it's our customers.
Yeah,
I am eating animal crackers.
Yeah, Darwin is eating animal crackers. But the boot store, new boots, repair your boots that may have gotten damaged or dirty.
Jumping for beads at the parade.
Yes, or if you went to the Mystic Stripers and they got
soggy,
they can fix you up at the boot store, Mobile or Eastern Shore.
By the way, the USS James Williams is in town. It's Navy Week in Mobile, and they promised us they would be having some music here. Here comes the Navy Band. Anchors away. Very receptive to the crowd here. The Order of Doves comes along. It's really nice to have the Navy in your parade.
It is. And you know what else is nice? I just want to also mention this. So Andy Citron is giving out free rides all the way from now, all the way until 3 a.m. on Wednesday. So he does not want people drinking and driving. So you go onto his website and you click a link to Uber, and he'll give you a promo code in order to get a free ride.
Oh,
yes,
cool.
Because he wants Alabama to be the safest state possible.
And you know what? That is so important because nothing mars the Orders of Doves, the Order of Doves royalty there. Nothing mars a Mardi Gras than to have something horrible happen like that and leaves a family scarred.
Right.
And it didn't have to happen. So Andy Citron giving you an opportunity to take advantage of his generosity and keep safe. There's no point in driving. It's always fun to have a good time, but leave the car. You can get it later. Let Andy take you home. Get you there safely.
Yes, so we're on to the Order of Doves. We are.
You have opened up some teddy bear cookies now.
Yes. Don't tell Jared.
Really?
Don't tell Jared.
Our director's like, what are you doing eating up there? But you know what? When you're throwing food, all this food.
It's tempting.
We have a balcony full of food. Fudge rounds, we'll look. We haven't seen any fudge rounds today, but I'll see what we can do. I'll make a request.
This is a double-decker float coming up that you're about to see, so maybe they'll have some fudge rounds at the top that they can throw up to us.
Those are crunchy.
They are.
It means they're fresh. That's good.
Some of the candy that we do receive is from Halloween. I will say that.
Which, you know.
But we're still appreciative of it,
yes,
and it still gets eaten.
And it is still good. Just a few months ago, right?
Here's the bad girls of Mardi Gras.
The bad girls of Mardi Gras.
Oh my.
What?
They just threw their entire bag. This is a lot of stuff going on. Look at these crowns. I'm so impressed.
They are going to go home with some stuff tonight.
Ooh, I see fudge rounds. You see them? Oh, they didn't make them up here.
Oh, that's too bad.
Some kid in a red hoodie is going home with Jared's fudge rounds. A crown. This girl's offering a crown on the front.
That is not, no. That is her crown.
The ultimate tease.
Yeah, this is the ultimate tease. She's offering her, she's throwing her crown. See her holding that crown out there? No. I think that might have been the key. I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. I was looking at the crown. It was very nice. There's a party trailer.
Yeah, it is.
Rockin' and rolling and rockin' and rolling. And they got a portalet at the back.
Yeah, they're walking it out, Darwin. Now walk it. Bend your back low. Do it with no hands. Now stop, drop, and roll.
Gosh, is there nothing you don't know? Or is there anything you don't know? I just did a double negative.
Is there nothing I don't know?
I am so sorry.
Correct.
Oh, just apologizing to all my high school grammar teachers.
Darwin's tired.
Oh, it's been a long Mardi Gras, but you know, I still got one more day in me. You know, I'll rise to the occasion.
He's still going to be back on the Hargrove Controls and Automation's balcony tomorrow.
But Wednesday?
He'll be asleep.
He's sleeping, yes. But the crew has to break down.
That's right.
I will think about you.
Yes.
Have my third cup of coffee on Wednesday morning.
Yeah. Darwin will be like that.
I'm taking some R&R.
Young lady in the trunk there. Just posted up. Mardi Gras, the only place you can run a red light and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
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 If you're in the parade route, that is.
Yeah. Don't put that out there. Order of doves rolling through Mobile. The next float is the Gods of Egypt float. Looks like everybody's having a good time. We have to call it like we see it because we don't have information on. Oh, are those fudge rounds?
They were.
No.
They were.
Yeah.
Oh, we could get maybe the box for you. An empty box. He did
Jared,
not just throw the empty box.
Wants fudge rounds. So
the producer.
No,
the producer.
I said Jared. You're the director.
Producer.
Well, he produces and directs.
Okay.
He does it all. He wants fudge rounds, and so we may have to go up to the grocery store and get him the box of fudge rounds.
Yes. We will.
Yeah, we will. Well, you just wait on those. We'll go get them in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Speaking of the crew, Ed's wife, so one of our cameramen, she brought in brownies today.
She does
and I'm pretty sure all of them are, and it wasn't just one, it was 2 pans of brownies that she brought in with their adorable little girl, Harper.
She is a sweetie, isn't she?
She has a whole lot of personality. I love it.
More Egyptians floats. I believe they're renting these from the pharaohs. Yeah. Once again, tomorrow we have 4 hours of coverage on NBC 15, and then UTV 44 closes out our coverage of Mardi Gras season with Mamdom. There's still the Order of Mist, which is the final parade that you'll be able to catch downtown tomorrow night. We have an obligation for ACC basketball on UTV 44. We're not going to be able to carry that one because of that tournament. Of course, you know it's March Madness right now, so as they start getting ready whittle it down to the final Sweet 16. So,
yes.
So the MAMGO will close out our coverage tomorrow night. We just want to let everybody know that we will not be airing the Order of Myths, the final parade. So if that makes a decision for you to come down and see it, we wanted to let you know now.
Order of Myths, oldest parading society in Mobile.
It is. They always close out Mardi Gras, and where Folly chases death around the broken column. That just signifies the end of Mardi Gras, and that parade rolls. And then Ash Wednesday, and then Darwin gets out his lawnmower and his tools, and I like to start digging in my yard because
it's about that
here.
time.
I think, and you know, once we get past Wednesday, that we're going to be in the 70s again this weekend, and I think this is probably our last big blast.
Yeah, and don't forget, we spring ahead this Sunday.
Oh, we do, don't we?
Yes, so we're going to lose an hour of sleep.
But we gain more daylight.
I know. I am excited about that. Are you a big daylight savings fan? Do you think we should do away with it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I'm well-versed enough to make a decision that important. But I will say this. I love getting that extra daylight time. Especially, you know, the shift that I work, I get off about 1 o'clock, and I've got a lot of daylight left. And you get a lot done.
Yes.
Of course, sometimes you forget to sleep because it's still daylight. You got to go to bed.
The Mobile Bay Bears leaving us after this season, and they're changing their name, the Trash Pandas.
The Trash Pandas. So I guess if you want to see them, you got to go up there. I guess our choices then will be the Biloxi Shuckers and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos if we want to see local baseball.
You know, the Blue Wahoo, I've been to both of those games to see each of those teams play, and it is so much fun.
They got nice stadiums. Yeah.
They do. You can get like $1 pretzels at the Pensacola Blue Wahoos if they're still doing that this season.
Always comes down to eating, doesn't it?
I didn't even think about that. I love jumbo pretzels, and you know who else makes the best pretzel, jumbo soft pretzel in my opinion? Loda Beer Garden.
They are good. Yeah, you're right.
I could have an entire meal off of just pretzels.
Well, they appreciate you for saying that. they do have some delicious food down there. I'll tell you what, and another thing too. Now tomorrow you're coming downtown. Check out some of the restaurants we have down here now. There's some Mobile's rocking downtown with some good food. I was looking across at the Admiral and their restaurant called The Corner. It has been packed this Mardi Gras season. They've done really well over there. We're glad to see that.
And as we were mentioning earlier, talking with Shelly at Cotton State, she said they sold out last year. So if you want to get barbecue and their iconic king cake brisket burger, you need to go down because they're going to sell out
DJ
quickly.
Mikey going by now. You know, they're only open 3 hours a day for lunch.
Yes.
So they must do really
They do.
well.
They do.
That's good.
David over there does a great job. Red Lobster.
With the lobster.
I always love Red Lobster too. Their biscuits are amazing. I've even bought their biscuits at Walmart.
You would think nobody on this crew ever gets to eat. And this is one of the best fed crews I have ever seen. You know, the news cruisers like grab something whenever you can, but now Kristen comes down here with 2 crock pots blazing.
I know.
And we always get fed really, really good meals here. So Kristen Mosley, our promotions director, thank you for watching out for our comfort and stomachs. This group here, I tried to catch their banner and said, Dizzy, I did not catch it.
Dancers, maybe?
Could be. Dazzling dancers. I bet that's what it was. And they are dazzling. Look. They're sparkling. They look beautiful.
DSO.
Mystic. DSO?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. DSO. There we go. Yeah, it is DSO. Once again, we did not get information to go with this, so we're trying to catch it for you when we see something that we could recognize.
Yeah, what you see is what you get.
Back of the...
it has their names.
Oh, I see.
On each of their nicknames.
On the back of their jackets.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this looks like a fun time to me. 4-wheel riding in downtown Mobile on Government Street.
I'd like to pick a warmer day.
This guy, This guy across from us, he came prepared. They have bags full, and he has a little arm, little clipper arm.
Oh, yeah.
That he reaches over, and he clamps onto stuff that he wants.
Yeah.
And he reels it back in.
Seasoned veterans.
You're right. This is not their first parade.
Oh, no, what is going on here? Are we towing
It looks like a tug
one?
of war. Yep, nope, it's towing.
We're towing.
You're right about
I
that.
think somebody must have lost an engine or something, or ran out of gas.
They needed that for MOTs on Saturday. Unfortunately, we did not have one on hand.
But was it a good parade?
It was so much fun.
They have great bands,
I'm
too,
glad
don't
it
they?
took a while, in all honesty. Oh, look, there's the bags from the there's the clamp. He's getting him.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, what's he getting? Maybe we can ask him if he got any fudge rounds, Jared. I'm sure he has some in there.
Thanks to all who have served.
Yes.
That is our military float going by with all members of our different branches of the military, including the Coast Guard, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Army. And I believe we're nearing the end of our parade tonight.
I
because
believe you're right.
either that or the Mobile Fire Department just entered as a float. No, because here comes the street cleaners behind
the
us.
Public Works.
Public Works folks. They are the final parade entry every evening.
The grand finale, if you will, because they put on a show as well. I'm thoroughly impressed each and every night after the parades.
Well, this is the end of our coverage tonight of the Order of Doves and the Infant Mystics. And, of course, we are getting ready for MAMGA tomorrow night. That is going to be at 3:30 tomorrow-ish. Ish. It's very important. But that is the final parade that we'll be covering on UTV 44. Of course, we have 4 hours of parade coverage with NBC 15. We'll have the Comic Cowboys. Oh.
Hey.
We'll have, there we go. We'll have KOR, Nights of Revelry. Let's see, who else do we have tomorrow? I'm trying to remember all of them.
Mobile Mardi Gras Man, this is on you.
Order of Athena, Nights of Revelry. And
Comic Cowboys.
That's right.
Yes.
Order of Athena, they are the oldest female parading group. So that's all tomorrow, and we start with 10 o'clock with coverage on NBC 15. And then, of course, we'll be back at 3:30-ish.
Ish.
With MAMGA.
Darwin, it'll be our last parade together for 2019.
And then it's over.
It's not over till it's over.
No, it's not. It's not over. All right, but you know what we're going to do?
Say goodbye for now.
And go warm our hands.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad you guys watched tonight. I know a lot of you stayed home because it was chilly, and you enjoyed the parade on UTV 44. Thank our sponsors when you see them. Of course, Hargrove and the boot company, boot store, and Navigator Credit Union.
Nailed it.
All right.
He's still got it, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank goodness
Darwin
we don't
Singleton.
have 4. All right. See you guys tomorrow night or tomorrow day. Tomorrow morning on NBC 15 Today. Check us out. We're going to be having a good time at Panini Pete's. We're going to be making beignets, and we're also going to be listening to the Jukebox Brass Band. We'll see you tomorrow.